Oh, hello. Welcome to another installment of Dishes That Sizzle with K-TWIZZLE. Actually, tonight I'm going to go a little bit more on the sweet side. Not necessarily my sizzling hot side of food dishes that I like to usually cook, but tonight I'm going to be showing you how to make these beautiful cake pops. And to be quite honest, I've never made them before. I didn't even have a recipe. I totally wung it. So, let's see the simple, basic steps that you can take and the simple ingredients that you can take to make these wonderful, sweet little confections. Now if we come over here, real briefly, I'm just going to show you some of the ingredients that you'll need. Basic ingredients to make any type of cake mix that you desire. I really prefer the Moist Supreme from Pillsbury because for this dish, they really need to be moist and delectable. And this is the best cake mix for that. You will obviously need 3 large white eggs to make that, water, and oil. I prefer extra virgin olive oil because it's a richer, divine, better taste. Also, if you want to color your white chocolate that you're going to be covering the cake pops with, you need some assorted colored food coloring, whatever. Anyway, and you can make a variety of different colors if you do please. I'll show you later how I colored my white chocolate, but let's first move on to the first step. After baking your cake, which, ouch, that's hot. Mine's already done because I have one of these fast, easy bake ovens that they only sell in Hollywood. First off, you're going to let your cake cool, and then you're going to take about a half a cup of any type of frosting that you so desire. Since I did a vanilla cake, I'm obviously going to go with vanilla frosting. And I'm using my KitchenAid Professional 600 mixer. Only the best of the best. I'm adding in my frosting. And then I'm just going to add my cake. Watch this. This is something that the kids can help you with. It's messy, it's fun, but it's also delectable. Basically just going to. Now I already used half of my cake batter to make the first half of the, oops, to make the first half of the cake pop. So I'm using the second half. So I'm actually really only using a quarter of the vanilla frosting because I already used a quarter for the other half. So it only calls for, that's what I'm trying to get at, it only calls for half a can of frosting. So I put that in there. I'm going to just put my mixer, see, we just, fully equipped the studio, so this is a brand new mixer, never before used, since it's our first episode. So I'm just going to let this mix. And basically, if you watch how it's mixing right now, Sam, it's basically crumbling up, and soon it's going to come to a very moist consistency with the vanilla frosting. If you want it to be, if it's not, getting as moist as you would like it, you can always just add some more frosting. Okay. I believe this is the consistency I want. Obviously, I have washed my hands, so don't panic when you watch me do this. You're just going to grab, just like you would if you're making cookies, you're pretty much just going to roll the dough. I guess you could call it dough. I don't really know what you want to call it. Roll the filling. Yes, it's a filling. Into balls that are about the size, I guess, of a golf ball. You're going to fill your cookie sheet with them. So pretty much roll up as many as you can with the cake mix that you have. And then place them in the fridge for at least an hour. Do not place in the freezer. Again, do not place in the freezer. Don't ask why, just trust me. So, since I also have a super fast fridge, I already have some ready. Okay, don't laugh. I only have 7. Okay, let's just say I messed up on a few. Our next step is don't show the mess. I'm going to be heating up my milk chocolate chips, okay? Now, before I used white chocolate chips. obviously when those melt, they're white. So you can add food coloring to them to make them whatever color you want. I first added a couple drops of red. Okay, we need to just get it together. Okay, I added a couple of drops of red to get this light pink color. Of course, you're probably thinking, well, what if I want purple? What if I want blue or green? Well, you don't have to separate your white chocolate into several different bowls to get different colors. What I first did is I did my pink colors first, then I added a dash of blue to that same pink mix to get the lavender. So then you can just go from there forward onto whatever colors you want it to make. I'm just going to do a little bit of cleaning up here because I made an absolute mess of our studio. So sorry about that. Actually, to the cleaning crew, I apologize. So, let me grab, oh god, that's hot. Let me grab the milk chocolate. Now, you do want this super hot because the more liquidated it is, the better it is as far as coating of the balls goes. Anyway, okay, so I have these little skewers that I got from my local supermarket. I actually had to cut them because they were meant for like shish kebabs, you know, like steak and all that. So I'm really not sure where you can find, where the best place is for you to find the small ones that you could use for this. But basically, if you watched what I just did, I pretty much just dipped it in chocolate, got a whole bunch of it on there, and I'm just gently tapping it on the side of the bowl to get off all of that excess. Because you really don't want an inch of chocolate. I mean, I love chocolate, but really, that'd be way too much. So, now that my cake pop is completely covered in chocolate, just the way we like it, before it dries, I'm just going to take a dash of sprinkles, and I'm just doing it over the trash. I mean, you can, you know, get all fancy and, like, get a plate and all that to do it, but, I mean, the trash can is right there, so. I'm using Jimmy's right now. I would prefer to use the non-perels, I think they're called, which are those small little beads that are colored, but they're honestly just for decoration, not necessarily for taste. The next step would be to stick them in a styrofoam thing. Okay. And as you see, the milk chocolate is going to drip down. That's totally normal. Don't panic. It's supposed to look a little bit messy. I mean, these are homemade, which makes them beautiful. So then, while the chocolate is still hot, if you need to reheat your chocolate, by all means do so. Because the worst thing is when your chocolate is not consistent and not working with you. So there is no shame at all. Jack and Lucas, I know, you guys are going to get your share. Backstage crew, they're always bugging me for a sneak peek bite. Ugh, ridiculous. They can't just be patient and wait like everybody else. I haven't even tried these yet. Who knows? They could taste horrible. Rory? Sorry. Someone let my dog on the set again. So basically, it doesn't take long for these to dry at all. I mean, this one, I can just tell it's not quite dry. Yeah, see, I shouldn't even touched it. Well, I'll eat that one. But they do take a while to dry. But you can just pop them in the fridge, you know, for a little while, and then serve them, like, however you want to. Some people would package these up. Here, let me just add a little sprinkle. Some people would package these up and give them as, like, gifts and stuff. I'm not going to get that fancy because I'm pretty much just hungry right now. It's a little bit later, but anyway. So basically, that's it. I'm going to put in the underpants section the receipt because it's under now. It's not to the side, so it's like you're under. Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and next time on Dishes That Sizzle with K-TWIZZLE, I'm going to bring you something that's really going to sizzle, and I think you're going to like it. So you just have to stay tuned to see what that is.